New York has a population of about 19.5 million, making it the fourth most populous state in the U.S. However, about 62% of the population lives on just 4% of the land area, concentrated in the southeastern corner, New York City. This leaves the rest of the state pretty empty. So why don't more people live in upstate New York? New York is one of the most interesting states in the U.S. No other state is dominated by a city the way New York is dominated by New York City, although Illinois and Chicago are similar. So despite its size, New York feels empty when you're away from the city. And as usual, the reason is geography. New York State is often associated with the New York City skyline, but it is actually much more diverse in geography, with mountains, rivers, lakes, and forests contributing to a diverse environment and geology. The state is divided into several distinct regions. To the northeast are the Adirondack Mountains, part of the Canadian Shield. Rugged terrain, Mount Marcy is the state's highest at 5,343 feet. This region is known for its forests, wildlife, lakes, and streams, which are important tourist attractions and habitats. To the southeast is the Hudson Valley, which stretches from Manhattan to Albany, with the Hudson River, an important waterway for commerce and agriculture, and fertile land that provides food for many rural communities. The heart of the state is the Finger Lakes region, long, narrow glacial lakes, famous for wine production due to its favorable microclimate. New York ranks third in grape production, after California and Washington. The lakes also feed a system of rivers and canals, including the famous Erie Canal. To the west of the state is the Great Lakes region, bordered by Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, home to Niagara Falls, a major natural wonder and source of hydroelectric power. Although not typically considered a coastal state, New York has a long coastline, thanks to Long Island, which stretches east from NYC. NOAA reports that the state has about 2,625 miles of coastline, longer than New Jersey, Georgia, and Oregon. But despite its geographic diversity, the population is concentrated in NYC, leaving the rest of the state relatively undeveloped. New York has 19.5 million people, the fourth most populous in the country after California, Texas, and Florida. But 62% live in the New York City metropolitan area, on just 4% of the land area, leaving 96% of the area for the remaining 38% of the population. This is a very unusual population distribution, and there are several geographical reasons. So, why so few people live in upstate New York? First is climate. Upstate has colder winters and milder summers, while NYC has a more pleasant coastal climate. Buffalo often has heavy snow due to the lake effect, causing dangerous snowstorms, making the area less attractive to settlers. Second is history. The Dutch colony of New Amsterdam, later NYC, became a major trading port, with easy access to Europe, attracting immigrants. Meanwhile, upstate New York is isolated, has no seaport, and the climate is difficult to grow crops year-round. In addition, the Iroquois Confederacy, a powerful indigenous tribe, controlled much of the upstate, was well organized, and had a strong military, slowing European expansion into the interior. However, the most important factor was NYC's economy. During the period 1890 to 1900, the city's population increased by more than 120%, from 1.5 million to 3.4 million. Meanwhile, the upstate, although rich in resources and farmland, did not have a strong immigration or industrial development. The Erie Canal helped some cities grow, but still did not compare to NYC. Recently, NYC has continued to grow thanks to a diverse economy, finance, technology, media, continuously attracting residents. The upstate has universities, industry, and tourism, but population growth is slow due to limited job opportunities. There are currently a few small towns along the river, such as Massena and Ogdensburg, but they have not grown into major urban areas, and there is no sign of that changing. These are some of the reasons why upstate New York remains sparsely populated. But today, we won't just focus on upstate. We'll explore places across the entire state. While upstate may be quiet, other parts of New York are incredibly vibrant and full of life. Amidst the thin mist at the gateway to America, a figure stands tall and proud in the sky. That is the Statue of Liberty, an immortal symbol of hope, freedom, and aspiration for the future. Located on a small island off the coast of New York Harbor, this statue can be easily seen from many places in Lower Manhattan, making anyone who sees it for the first time overwhelmed. This is not only a famous stop for tourists, but also a profound cultural heritage associated with the immigration story of millions of people who have set foot in America. The statue is a gift from France, designed and completed by sculptor Auguste Bartholdi in 1886. 305 feet high and covered with tens of thousands of pounds of bronze. Visitors can come here by ferry departing from Battery Park in Manhattan or from the state of New Jersey, with stops at this island and the neighboring island, home to the famous Immigration Museum. After passing through security, the journey of discovery will take you through the museum, souvenir shop, theater, and lively exhibition area right at the foot of the statue. If you are strong enough, you can climb 354 steps to the top of the crown with 25 windows overlooking the bay and the city. Every year, more than 3.5 million people choose this place as a must-see destination when visiting New York. More than just an architectural wonder, the Statue of Liberty is a quiet but emotional welcome to anyone who sets foot on the Promised Land. And even if you just stand from Battery Park to admire it from afar, that look is enough to make you speechless before the never-aging beauty of this symbol. Not the capital of the United States, Manhattan is a place that the world must look back to, a proud symbol of power, creativity, and a restless pace of life. Located in the heart of New York, this small island district was incorporated into the city in 1898 and quickly rose to become the leading center of global culture, finance, education, and media. With millions of residents, one of the highest income levels in the U.S., and the densest population density in the country, Manhattan is where every movement becomes a trend. Tourism plays an important role in the economy here, as every year millions of visitors from all over flock to witness the vibrant life and unique urban architecture. Huge office space, powerful financial district, and high-tech industries coexist as a tightly linked structure, promoting Manhattan's constant development. It is also home to many universities, research centers, and large libraries, becoming a cradle for training highly qualified human resources. The special geographical location helps Manhattan closely connect with other districts and neighboring states through bridges, tunnels, and modern transportation systems. The humid subtropical climate with 4 distinct seasons brings the city's constantly changing beauty. From snowy winters to hot summers, each time of year has its own appeal to residents and visitors. Whether it is an economic or cultural center, Manhattan always shows a proud confidence of a place that not only reflects the American dream, but also shapes it every day. New York City shines like a brilliant gem on the world map, where all eyes are attracted by the hustle and bustle, splendor, and enchanting atmosphere. Located in the northeastern United States, New York City is the largest city in the country, directly under the state of New York and divided into 5 separate boroughs, each with its own nuances and identities. With a history dating back to the 17th century by the Dutch, this city has grown from a small port to a global center of finance, art, media, and fashion. Iconic structures such as skyscrapers, urban parks, and famous squares are not only attractions, but also symbols of aspirations to reach further. Visitors can admire the panoramic view of the city from magnificent observatories, stroll across historic bridges, or enjoy green spaces in the middle of bustling urban areas. A ferry ride around the city will bring you closer to the symbol of freedom, while the cultural and arts districts scattered throughout the boroughs offer a rich, multi-dimensional experience. Diverse cuisine, from street food stalls to Michelin-starred restaurants, is an indispensable part of the journey of discovery. New York's architectural space is both ancient and modern, reflecting the intersection of past and future. It is also home to thousands of art events, performances, and festivals every year, attracting culture lovers from all over. With a pace that never sleeps, this city offers vibrant moments and unforgettable memories. New York is more than just a destination. It is a microcosm of the world where anything extraordinary can happen. If you find the content useful, don't forget to click subscribe to the channel to update more interesting information. Rising above the water like a delicate sliver between the sky and the city, the Brooklyn Bridge is an irreplaceable symbol of New York City, where the past and present proudly intertwine. Opened in 1883, this historic suspension bridge spans the East River, providing the first roadway to connect the two important riverbanks. The nearly 1,600-foot-long bridge was once the world's greatest engineering feat and the first to use steel cables, marking a turning point in American construction. Its Gothic towers and powerful crisscross cables not only create a sturdy structure, but also inspire art for generations. Every day, hundreds of thousands of pedestrians, cyclists, and vehicles cross the bridge as an essential part of New York City's life. It can take visitors about half an hour to cross the bridge, but they often stay longer to admire the skyline and feel the city's constant vibrancy. Street vendors, photographers, and artists make the walkway feel like a mini festival. Once you step on the bridge, you can see the East River sparkling below and the city stretching out in all directions, an unforgettable experience on any trip. The Brooklyn Bridge is not just a place for traffic, but also an open space where history, architecture, and people converge. Surrounding the bridge are vibrant neighborhoods, providing many attractive stops before and after the journey. Whether you are a local or a first-time visitor to New York, crossing this bridge is always a memorable moment. Nestled among the modern skyscrapers of New York, the Empire State Building still retains its own charm that cannot be overshadowed by time. Located on Fifth Avenue, one of the most luxurious streets in the city, the building was once the tallest symbol in the world for 40 years since its inauguration in 1931. With 102 floors and a height of 381 meters, it regained its position as the tallest building in New York after the 9/11 event. Not only an engineering work, the Empire State Building is also a pop culture icon with more than 250 films having used this place as a setting, including the legendary King Kong. The observation deck on the top floor allows visitors to admire the panoramic view of the magnificent city, from the bustling streets to the parks and the characteristic bright yellow cars. Inside the building is a complex of offices, international schools, restaurants, and luxury shops, providing a rich experience for both locals and tourists. Every day, thousands of people come here not only to admire the scenery, but also to feel the hustle and bustle of one of the most vibrant cities in the world. The Empire State is also known for its lighting system on top of the tower, changing according to the seasons, events, or social campaigns, creating a very unique visual identity for the New York skyline. The building is not only an architectural wonder, but also a place that holds many emotions, memories, and personal stories of many people. In the city that never sleeps, the Empire State Building remains steadfast as an indispensable part of the heart of New York. Like the scent of early morning coffee in the heart of New York, Rockefeller Center always brings a sense of both intimacy and luxury that makes anyone want to stop by. Located in the middle of bustling Midtown Manhattan, this complex is a living symbol of prosperity and American entrepreneurial spirit. Initiated by John D. Rockefeller Jr. in the late 1920s, this place was a bold step to revive the economy during the crisis. With 19 commercial buildings covering nearly 9 hectares, Rockefeller Center is not only a financial and media center, but also a favorite destination for tourists everywhere. The 30 Rockefeller building stands out with the top of the rock observation deck, offering a stunning view of the city from many directions. During the holiday season, this place is brilliant with a giant Christmas tree and an ice skating rink imbued with the New York winter spirit. Greek mythology statues, artistic murals, and exquisite architecture make the downtown area a living museum in the middle of the city. Famous fashion brands, stylish restaurants, and galleries make every step here a cultural journey. Rockefeller Center is not only a place for work and entertainment, but also a space where history and modernity come together. Whether you are a tourist or a local, everyone can find something to admire in this bustling place. What do you think of this video? Leave a comment and let's chat. Tucked within the serene landscape of the eastern United States, Letchworth State Park unfolds as a vast, verdant sanctuary where the Genesee River has sculpted dramatic gorges and cascading waterfalls over millennia. The park is known as the Grand Canyon of the East, thanks to 3 majestic waterfalls that cascade down cliffs up to 600 feet high. Surrounded by dense forests and fresh air, it opens up 66 miles of trails for hiking, horseback riding, and skiing. Recreational activities at the park are abundant year-round, from boating, swimming, to hot air ballooning in the deep blue sky. The historic Glen Iris Inn is a great stop, offering a cozy meal and a stay in nature. The Nature Center plays a role in educating the community with lively exhibits on ecology, wildlife, and geology. In 2015, Letchworth was honored by USA Today as the most beautiful state park in the United States. In particular, the park also has a nature trail for people with autism, a gentle space with 8 sensory stations. This is a place to slowly feel nature with all your senses. Letchworth is more than a place. It's a journey of discovery and connection with the earth. Niagara Falls is one of the world's most famous natural wonders, where the rushing waters of the Niagara River crash over 3 majestic waterfalls that straddle the border between the United States and Canada. Formed after the last ice age more than 12,000 years ago, the falls are the result of shifting ice and rock, creating a landscape that is both powerful and captivating. With a flow rate of up to 600,000 gallons per second, Niagara Falls is not only breathtaking, but also plays an important role in providing hydroelectric power to the region. Visitors can stroll through Niagara Falls State Park to see the views from Three Sisters Island or from the famous Prospect Point Lookout. The tree-lined trails and the echoing sound of the falls create a space that is both refreshing and majestic. In addition, the scenic tram and Rainbow Air helicopter flights provide unique panoramic views from above. Each experience reveals a different side of Niagara, from the serene to the breathtaking. The brave can get close to the base of the falls, where the cool mist mixes with the roar of the water. Every moment here is a blend of excitement and awe at the power of nature. Niagara is more than just a waterfall. It is a living symbol of magnificence and majesty. As the bells of sporting triumphs ring through the Adirondack Mountains, Lake Placid emerges as a living symbol of indomitable spirit and seasonal beauty. This small village once shook the world at the 1980 Winter Olympics with a miracle on ice, the legendary victory of the U.S. hockey team over the Soviet Union. Not just a thing of the past, the spirit of sports still burns brightly here with modern Olympic facilities such as Whiteface Mountain and the snow jumping area. In the winter, Lake Placid becomes a ski paradise, but when the snow melts, the green forests and sunny trails invite visitors to explore. Babbling streams, red maple trees in autumn, and charming Main Street create a vivid picture of mountain life. The Adirondack Great Camps, once the retreats of the aristocracy, still exist as luxurious imprints in the wilderness. Some areas are open to visitors via in-depth guided tours. Lake Placid is also a year-round destination where each season brings its own unique nuances of nature and people. Lake Placid is more than just a place. It is a vivid chapter in the epic of American sports and nature. Like a green silk strip across the heart of the city, Central Park is where New York finds a soft breath amidst the steel structure. Located in the middle of bustling Manhattan, the park covers more than 3.4 square kilometers, becoming the perfect balance between nature and architecture. Established in 1858, this is the first public park in the United States, originating from the desire to create a peaceful place for urban residents. The two architects, Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux, skillfully breathed life into every lake, mound, and path here. After more than a century, Central Park still retains its charm and has become a National Historic Landmark since 1963. Seen from above, the park is like a green carpet winding between skyscrapers. Each passing season leaves a symphony of colors: cherry blossoms in spring, brilliant red leaves in autumn. More than just a place to relax, the park is also a cultural destination, with art events and outdoor performances. The Bethesda Terrace area, with its classical fountain, is an unmissable symbol. Central Park not only offers breathtaking views, but also tells the story of how people and nature coexist in the heart of the city. This is a place where you don't come to escape the city, but to feel its gentlest pulse. Beneath the golden light of dawn, the Hudson River shimmers like a ribbon of time, weaving history, nature, and movement into one poetic journey. Originating in the Adirondack Mountains, the river travels 315 miles southward, before melting into the Atlantic Ocean at New York Harbor. But beyond its scenic surface, the Hudson is a dynamic estuary, where fresh water from the mountains blends with salt water from the sea. Roughly 153 miles of its lower stretch hold this delicate balance, creating brackish waters that shift with the pulse of the tides. Twice a day, the river flows in both directions, earning its indigenous name, Muhiakantuk, the river that flows two ways. Along its banks lie stories of early explorers, native peoples, and the evolution of a nation, etched into landscapes from Albany to Manhattan. Modern-day visitors can stroll riverfront trails, take in views from the bridge, or watch sailboats drift where Henry Hudson once journeyed. The river is also a living classroom, teaching about salinity, ecosystems, and tidal rhythms. Every rise and fall of its waters is both ancient and alive. To follow the Hudson is to trace the beating heart of New York, ever-changing yet deeply rooted in its identity. Standing out from the bustling city of New York, the Brooklyn Bridge is a historical and architectural marvel. Opened in 1883 after 14 years of construction, the bridge once held the record for the longest suspension bridge in the world, with a main span of nearly 1,600 feet. Designed by engineer John A. Roebling, the bridge impresses with its sturdy granite arches and massive cables, becoming an enduring symbol of 19th century technological prowess. After undergoing major renovations, Most notably in 1944 to 1954, the bridge was reinforced, its lanes widened, and the railroads removed to accommodate modern traffic. Since 1964, the structure has been recognized as a National Historic Landmark and is a pride of the American engineering industry. Currently, the bridge supports 5 lanes of traffic, along with separate pedestrian and bicycle paths, serving thousands of people every day. In 2021, the two-way protected bicycle lane was officially put into use, affirming the bridge's role in the wave of sustainable transportation in New York. Not only an important traffic axis, the Brooklyn Bridge is also an attractive tourist destination, where visitors can stroll, admire the Manhattan skyline, and enjoy the ancient beauty in the heart of the modern city. In the afternoon sunlight or in the night with bright lights, the bridge always brings an unforgettable visual experience. The Brooklyn Bridge not only connects the two banks of the river, but also connects the past with the present, technology with art, and people with the city. Amid the lush, rolling hills of the eastern United States, a pristine natural world of deep forests, winding valleys, and rushing streams unfolds. This vast region boasts some of the richest ecosystems in the East, rivaling the famous national parks of the West. The quiet forests, rolling hills, and sparkling waters create a majestic, captivating picture for those who love to explore. Hidden deep in the woods are wild campsites where people can hunt, fish, or roam the trails with their four-legged companions. The cold, clear streams are home to rare trout, attracting anglers from all over the world every year. The creeks that wind through the old-growth forests have long been legendary in the fishing world. When spring comes, this place bustles with tents, fishing rods, and the sound of babbling streams. Autumn brings a carpet of brilliant yellow leaves and clear air for those who want to sightsee or hunt. In winter, the snow covers the mountain tops, creating a poetic setting for exciting skiing activities. No matter what time of year, this place still retains its wild beauty, a land that transcends time, untouched by the noise of urbanization. Like a sleeping kingdom between deep forests and quiet lakes, the Adirondacks burst with the awe-inspiring beauty of wild nature and vibrant history. Located in northern New York State, just a half-day drive from the big city, this mountainous region spans more than 2.4 million hectares with countless peaks, rivers, streams, and lakes. This is an ideal destination for those who love mountain climbing, boating, camping, or simply want to get lost in the quiet. Not only does this area have breathtaking nature, it also preserves the strong imprints of culture and sports. Ancient towns, rustic and luxurious inns create a very unique identity among the mountain scenery. In winter, visitors can experience skiing, crossing the Olympic rinks that made history. In summer, you can row across hundreds of large and small lakes, watching the sunset fall on the mirror-like water. a trip through the woods is a must. Moose, bears, and deer can appear unexpectedly. The sound of loons echoing from deep lakes adds a sense of mystery like no other. And if you love history, the Gilded Age tour with its magnificent homes and museums will take you back in time. The Adirondacks are more than just a place to visit. They are a complete experience of nature, people, and memories. Shining like a gem in the heart of the city, the Western District's downtown is a modern and attractive symbol with an ever-soaring skyline. From a long-standing civic and commercial center, it has transformed into a bustling area with majestic administrative buildings, modern apartments, and bustling streets. Amidst the changing landscape, an ancient Greek Renaissance-style building still stands as an indelible historical mark. This area serves as an important traffic hub, where many subway lines intersect before spreading out to the surrounding areas. In addition, cultural centers, theaters, and museums are also concentrated, creating a destination full of art and creativity. Despite the modern urban lifestyle, this place still retains peaceful green spaces from parks, squares, and tree-lined walkways. The downtown dining scene is diverse, from bustling food halls to local eateries. Shopping is a must, especially in the redeveloped Riverside area that was once an industrial hub. The surrounding residential areas also add to the district's unique identity. History, art, and modernity all intertwined. With a perfect blend of past and present, this is the cultural, commercial, and life-beating heart of the district, a must-see destination. No gates, no red carpet, but millions of trembling feet took their first steps into America at Ellis Island. Located in the middle of New York Harbor, this small island was the busiest immigration station in the country from 1892 to 1954. Over the course of more than 6 decades, some 12 million people pass through here, and today, nearly 40% of the U.S. population can trace their ancestry to the island. Originally a military fort, then a naval depot, Ellis Island gradually transformed into a gateway for those dreaming of the promised land. After the first station burned down in 1897, a second facility was built more solidly and operated until it closed in 1954. Today, the island's centerpiece is the National Museum of Immigration, which displays thousands of artifacts that tell the story of immigrants' journeys across the ocean. Visitors can wander the historic corridors, admire the immigrant wall outside, or research their ancestors at the Family Immigration History Center. The old hospital on the south side, once a strict quarantine site, is now open for guided tours. A visit to the island begins with a short but emotional ferry ride, which often departs from the waterfront park. After years of abandonment, Ellis Island was restored, and in 1990 became part of the Statue of Liberty National Monument. It is not just a tourist destination, but a place that holds America's collective memory of hope, loss, and new beginnings. Midtown New York is the most vibrant center of Manhattan, where urban life is constantly going on. The area is notable for its architecturally impressive skyscrapers, towering over the bustling city skyline. It is also home to the brightly lit Times Square, which attracts millions of visitors every year. Midtown is an important commercial and financial center, with many offices, luxury hotels, and convention centers. In addition, the area also owns outstanding cultural attractions, such as famous theaters and prestigious modern art museums. Transportation in Midtown is very convenient with major subway stations connecting the whole city. Whether day or night, Midtown is always full of energy and is the indispensable heartbeat of New York. Nowhere in New York City is there more character and heritage than the Bronx, a borough north of the Harlem River with a distinct identity of its own. The last of the state's 62 boroughs to be consolidated, the Bronx is steeped in history and vibrant, resilient vitality. Despite being one of the most densely populated areas in the country, more than a quarter of the Bronx is green space, from vast parks to the famous botanical garden and zoo. The Bronx is a great destination for those who love nature, sports, education, and street culture. Stroll through tree-lined streets, explore the rich flora at the botanical garden, or see animals in semi-wild habitats. The Bronx is home to a legendary stadium that regularly hosts exciting baseball games, and attracts thousands of spectators each season. In terms of education, the Bronx boasts many outstanding universities and colleges, from medical and art schools to a prestigious maritime center. In addition, the borough includes many small islands scattered offshore, each associated with a piece of history and urban life. It is this combination of deep past and modern breadth that makes the Bronx an indispensable part of the New York panorama, vibrant, proud, and indigenous. Nestled on the northern edge of Brooklyn, Bushwick is both rustic and artistic, a symphony of past and present. From its days as a forest town by Dutch settlers, it has gone through a long journey from agriculture to industry, and then to becoming a creative destination with a strong urban identity. Former warehouses are now exhibition spaces, galleries, cafes, and studios, covered in vibrant graffiti. Bushwick's distinctive artistic spirit makes it an ideal stop for those who crave a clean, quirky, but vibrant city. Here, Maria Hernandez Park is where the community gathers for cultural events and outdoor activities. Performance spaces like House of Yes continue to shape Bushwick as a hub for experimental art. Despite economic upheaval and demographic shifts, Bushwick has maintained a strong identity, fueled by a large Latinx community and a proud spirit of resistance. It is a place where new generations of artists come for inspiration, and where history is told in brick and paint. Bushwick is more than just a neighborhood. It is a living statement of art, identity, and urban revitalization. A once-forgotten space is now the vibrant heart of the city, Bryant Park, where nature, history, and entertainment come together in every breath. Located in the heart of Manhattan, this park was once called Reservoir Square and was an exhibition site in the 19th century before becoming a military training ground. After decades of decline, the turning point came in 1980 when Bryant Park Restoration Corporation took over, reviving it into a green gem in the heart of the city. Today, Bryant Park attracts more than 12 million visitors each year, thanks to a series of outdoor activities that last all 4 seasons. Summer offers movies, art performances, outdoor reading, chess, and ping pong, while winter transforms the park into a free skating rink if you have your own shoes. With classic French-inspired touches and nearby children's play areas, the space offers an ideal setting for families to relax and enjoy quality time together. Open-air reading spaces and brain-teaching areas help all ages find the right fun. Not only nature, the park is also a culinary destination with coffee shops, elegant restaurants, and cool relaxation corners among the trees. It is the harmony between history, culture, and community that makes Bryant Park a successful symbol of the restoration of public space in New York City. With its ideal location, easy access, and rich experience, this place is not just a park, but a part of the living soul of Manhattan. Not every bridge carries the aura of controversy, innovation, and historical significance. Connecting two banks across an island in the middle of the river, the Queensboro Bridge held the record for the longest steel girder span in the world when it opened in 1909. The first drawings appeared in the early 19th century, but it was not until the early 20th century that the final design was finally approved after a series of revisions, a combination of two opposing engineering views. The collapse of another famous bridge in 1907 forced engineers to reevaluate the entire structure, making it a prime example of early advances in structural analysis. Beneath the massive exterior are precise calculations of dead and live loads, reflecting a major advance in engineering in the early 20th century. Instead of a traditional suspension span, the architecture uses large trusses with a unique cantilever structure, creating a rare difference. The presence of famous architects such as Henry Hornbostel contributed to the elegant appearance of this work, where every detail exudes majesty. Over a century, the Queensboro Bridge is not only a walkway, but also a witness to the strong development of both sides of the city. Visitors can travel here by car, bicycle, or on foot to feel the river wind blowing along each steel span, a journey connecting the present and history. With the wind blowing along the river and the sun-drenched sky, the Williamsburg Bridge stands tall as a testament to the engineering ambitions of the early 20th century. When it opened in 1903, it set a record for the longest suspension span in the world, a milestone in the history of bridge engineering. With its design using steel towers instead of stone, it ushered in a new era in urban infrastructure. Led by Chief Engineer Leffert L. Buck and his talented team, the bridge's 40-foot deep truss structure was a product of the pioneering thinking of the time. The Williamsburg Bridge was not simply a means of transportation, but also a symbol associated with the political and technological upheavals of the industrial boom. The fact that Mayor Seth Low and Bridge Commissioner Gustav Lindenthal argued over the design clearly reflected the complexity of the construction process. Visitors can walk or cycle across this bridge to admire the panoramic view of the river and the city from a unique perspective. The solid steel details remain majestic despite the passage of time. Each step on the Williamsburg Bridge is not only a movement in space, but also a journey connecting with a great legacy that has shaped the New York skyline. At night, the city lights reflect on the cables and steel trusses, transforming the Williamsburg Bridge into a shimmering strip of light connecting two historic banks. Even though it has been more than a century, the bridge continues to be a symbol of the city's constant transformation, both durable and vibrant, like New York itself. Hidden behind the ever-changing fabric of time, Yankee Stadium does not come with a loud call, but appears as a sudden soundtrack in the heart of the city. This is where the resounding shots have drawn history, and the emotional stands continue to whisper old stories to today's generation. Since 1923, the stadium has changed its appearance, but its soul remains intact in every corner of the field. Modern design combined with classic beauty creates a space that is both luxurious and intimate, making every step here a journey of memories. Under the lights, the memorial becomes a place to honor legendary names, while modern amenities such as banquet halls, children's play areas, or sports museums make each visit more enriching. This is not just a destination for sports fans, but a meeting place of tradition and innovation. From the opening anthem to the moment the ball leaves the field, every experience here has a sacred nuance. The constant upgrades do not overshadow the past, but rather cast a layer of gold over the old values. The 2024 World Series once again emphasized the role of the stadium in the flow of American sports. Located in the Bronx, where culture and the spirit of victory intersect, the stadium continues to inspire every season. And despite all the changes, this place still quietly holds its place as a steady beating heart in the heart of New York. Under the East River's afternoon light, Long Island City quietly sketches a chapter of New York's dramatic transformation, where the industrial past meets the modern pace of life. Originally a small rural area called Dutch Kills, the neighborhood has gradually emerged after being connected to Manhattan, becoming part of the city in the late 19th century. The strong development has brought about remarkable changes, from ceramic and glass factories to today's art spaces and high-rise residential areas. The old traces still lurk amid the vibrant life, creating an unmistakable identity. The riverside parks with direct views of the Manhattan skyline provide relaxation for both residents and visitors. Inside the old warehouses are art studios, performance spaces, and contemporary cafes. The streets intersecting tradition and innovation make this place always full of energy. Residents from all walks of life, from artists to young entrepreneurs, have transformed the neighborhood into a diverse community. The vibrant daytime life does not overshadow the magical lights at night, when Long Island City shows off its quiet charm. This is not just a place to live, but also a testament to the miraculous regeneration ability in the heart of the city. Nestled between the golden hues of autumn and the whispering spring breezes of the Hudson River, Bard College is not only an educational institution, but also a space that inspires imagination and innovation. Located in Annandale-on-Hudson, the school is located in upstate New York, nestled in a poetic natural setting. Founded in 1860, Bard is known for its liberal arts education and independent academic spirit. The spacious, quiet campus is where students are inspired to think deeply and create without limits. The school is known for its strong majors in the humanities, performing arts, political science, and the environment. Bard promotes a culture of open dialogue between students and faculty, nurturing critical thinking and a sense of social responsibility. A notable architectural feature on campus is the Performing Arts Center, a unique design that reflects the school's spirit of innovation and creativity. Music blaring from street corners, laughter, and a constant stream of people create a vibrant picture of Harlem, an energetic neighborhood in northern Manhattan. Stretching from the northern edge of Central Park to 155th Street, Harlem is one of the city's largest and most diverse neighborhoods. Once the cradle of a glorious cultural era, it still retains its mark of art and creative spirit. Distinctive brownstones mixed with modern buildings create a look that is both old and trendy. Harlem boasts performing arts venues, museums, long-standing theaters, and public spaces with a strong sense of community. On the main boulevard, street performers bring a festive atmosphere every day with music and impromptu performances. Local restaurants still retain traditional flavors and welcome customers with a very unique friendliness. Many visitors come to Harlem to experience the cultural depth and witness the neighborhood's enduring vitality over the decades. It has experienced ups and downs, but has always come back strong, creative, and constantly changing. The festivals, flea markets, and events that take place regularly make Harlem a cultural destination not to be missed. No matter the era, Harlem remains a symbol of New York's pride, identity, and spirit. Anyone who has ever longed to set foot in the bustling heart of Manhattan will surely not be able to miss Grand Central Terminal, where time seems to slow down between the bustling train cars. Located right on the bustling 42nd Street, this station is the intersection between the ancient past and the modern life of New York. Inaugurated in 1913 after many renovations, Grand Central is the result of a long journey that began in 1871 under the hands of tycoon Cornelius Vanderbilt. This place has witnessed the transformation of the American railway industry, from steam locomotives to complete electrification after the tragic accident in 1902. But Grand Central is more than just a station. It's a living museum of time, a stage for art exhibitions, concerts, and fashion shows. Visitors come here not only to board trains, but also to get lost in the corridors that breathe the breath of the 20th century. Historical tours at the station also lead visitors through each architectural vestige and the thrilling stories hidden behind the old stone walls. More than a century later, Grand Central continues to breathe a special energy into New York, both nostalgic and exciting steps into the future. Like a cool stream flowing through the natural memories of America, Flume Falls lies shyly amidst the mountainous landscape of Wilmington, New York, possessing a shimmering and gentle beauty like a jungle melody. Not too noisy or overwhelming, this place attracts visitors by its wildness, where the white water flows down mossy cliffs, creating a harmony of rocks, water, and trees. Known since the 19th century as a favorite stop for nature lovers and explorers, Flume Falls seems to still retain that charming, primitive spirit. The trail leading to the waterfall is not too long and is surrounded by the lush green of the forest, making every step light as if floating in a fairy tale. In spring, when the ice melts, the water becomes fierce and breathtakingly beautiful. An ideal time for photographers to hunt for the perfect moment. The sounds of nature, flowing water, chirping birds, rustling leaves, blend together like a wordless choir, awakening all the senses. Visitors come here not only to look, but also to listen, breathe, and feel nature in its purest state. Couples often choose this place as a romantic picnic spot, while families find peace in a small trip away from the noisy city. Not just a scenic spot, Flume is also a symbol of harmony between humans and nature, where you can touch each layer of moss and feel life through each drop of water. And when leaving this place, people do not bring back just pictures, but a moment of silence in their hearts, a poetic return to wild nature. New York is not just a city of skyscrapers, but also a place where culture, history, and modern life intersect. From the bright lights of Times Square to the serenity of Central Park, every street corner tells a story. Iconic structures like the Statue of Liberty or Grand Central Terminal remind you of the glorious past and the aspirations to reach further. Whether you are an art lover, a foodie, or a thirst for exploring the sleepless metropolis, New York has something for you. It is the diversity and dynamism that make this place a dream destination for millions. And when you leave this city, you will take with you not only memories, but also a part of the world's heartbeat in your heart.